Good morning, guys. Welcome back to our Black Myth Wukong playthrough where we last left off. Somebody saved us. Not sure if it was the spider. I'm having a theory is that maybe the youngest spider that appeared before we fought the what was it? The violet spider? I believe what the boss was called. Anyway, and yeah, looks like well, besides fast traveling to the other shrines, we cannot go back where we were, so hopefully I found most of the stuff. If not, again, I'll do a double check off screen and see what I missed. But now looks like there's one guy just waiting for me up there. I'm assuming he's gonna be an enemy. And looks like there's somebody there as well. Yeah, definitely enemies, in my opinion. Yep. Okay.
We are in no rush.
Okay, and alright, first read of the episode. Sword Taoist, Lesser Yaguai. To seek the Tao, he journeys far. His steadfast heart, he finds the gate. In the depths of sword skills, he glimpses roots of ascensions innate. Every 10 years, the Temple of Yellow Flowers opens its doors to recruit disciples. One day, a newly admitted young Taoist discovered that the disciples focused on innate practice were divided into 3 different groups based on their skills. One group used staffs, another used fly whisk, and the third used swords. The young Taoist observed them closely and noticed that the disciple who used staffs and fly whisk were also responsible for various chores around the temple and had less favorable living conditions. In contrast, the disciples who used swords only needed to focus on their training, and they were even privileged to receive daily guidance from the master. The young Taoist secretly consulted the senior disciples and found out that the sword disciple were also the quickest to achieve enlightenment and ascension. However, becoming a disciple of the sword group was no easy task. It required passing a rigorous examination by the master, and only those deemed to have the highest potential were given the opportunity. The young Taoist visited each senior disciple, noting down the questions the master had asked them in the past, and made thorough preparations. Eventually, he succeeded in his endeavor, winning first place. The master personally tied his hair into a top knot and bestowed upon him a sword. From the moment he joined the sword group, he woke up early every day to train under the supervision of Beetle commander. In the afternoons, he strengthened his ki under the master's guidance. Though the life was monotone and arduous, he was very content. After more than a decade of rigorous cultivation, the disciple of sword group finally earned their master's approval. The master informed them that their skills were now proficient enough for them to enter the mountains for secluded meditation. If they were fortunate enough, they would achieve their ascension. And let me guess, not a lot of them were fortunate. Right, I need to find 6 more lesser. 7 chiefs, quite a lot of chiefs left though, damn. Okay, 4 kings and then 3 more characters. Right. Sure, I'll drink so I can absorb this one. Although maybe I should have waited to deal with this other enemy on this side. Before coming back and taking that. Ah, never mind. It's fine for now. Okay, we have somebody there as well. What's this? Oh, hi, plants. Okay. Okay, so far, looks like it's a straightforward path. I'll check the edges. Okay. You seem different. Yeah. I had a feeling we might be one of the other fly whisk Taoist, yeah. And the last one should be the what was the staff? Anyway. Fly whisk Taoist. The white robe and crane cloak flutter in the breeze. Why compare the righteous with the unrighteous, please? Praising virtues and merits disturb the sweet dream. Whisking dust and sweeping earth disrupts the serene theme. In Petalfall Hamlet lived a Taoist. He had taken his vows last and was the youngest, and thus the Grandmaster doted on him. He too was glad to wait on the Grandmaster at all times. If the Grandmaster extended a hand, he served tea. If the Grandmaster lifted a foot, he removed his shoe. He swatted flies, fanned the breeze, made the bed, and tidied the covers quick and thorough in his duties. The Grandmaster favored him greatly. His fellow disciples burned with jealousy, but they couldn't stoop to such fawning. They could only speak ill of him behind his back and bully him to vent their ire. One day, the Grandmaster held a test to assess his disciples' learning. When it was the turn of the youngest, he decided to be lenient with him. He only asked him to recite a passage from the scripture of Tao De Jing. The young disciple put on a smug face and chanted it in a loud, clear voice. The Tao produced 1-1, produced 2-2, produced 3-3, produced all things. The other disciples had long awaited this moment, and their wish was finally granted. They roared with laughter and even stole glances at the Grandmaster to see his reaction. The Grandmaster, furious, stormed off in a huff. The other disciples then warned the young one. You've committed a grave blunder and incited his anger today. Don't dream of learning any solid skills from him now. After that incident, the Grandmaster shunned the youngest disciple. But then he found he had no one to wait on him properly. Over time, he reminisced about the young disciple's attentiveness. Before long, the disciple was summoned to serve him again. But when he saw the disciple's disinterest in Taoist learning, his aversion returned. One day, the young disciple implored the Grandmaster to teach him some skills, and the Grandmaster took the fly-swatting, fan-waving motions the boy did each day and made them into a set of moves. Who knows if it was meant as sarcasm? In the end, he taught the boy those moves and wind-wielding techniques, and that was all the boy could hope for. Yikes, so he shouldn't have read the scripture in a loud voice, enchanted. Was that what happened? No. Okay. Looks like there's all guys on this side. I check there. Could be a sword that I'm seeing. Okay. And I think I'm just saw the one with the staff. Oh, there's actually two there.
Protect the temple! Step!
Ah, I thought no, never mind. I mean, I can heal, no worries. Oh, hi. Whoa. Okay. And I did heal, unfortunately. God damn it. Sure, whatever. Okay. Should have done just one heal. Oh well. Right. There's actually two entries. I'm assuming, yeah. Both lessers. We have the Staff Taoist. Pretty mountains, clouds, and waters are connected to the horizon, and home is nowhere to be seen. Holding a stick, I walk forward into the dangerous nest and enjoy the white snow and yellow buds. Long ago, a mountain village sat on the ridge, teeming with insects. Strange things kept happening, so the villagers all moved out, leaving it a deserted village. In the village below lived a young man, His mother had died, and his father was a poor wastrel who paid him no mind. The villagers looked down on him and often abused him. He felt he couldn't endure such disdain, so he fled to live in the abandoned village. Little did he know that the village was claimed by a swarm of insect guys. As soon as the young man reached the ridge, the Yaguais seized him. He didn't fight back, as a deep-rooted death wish, stemming from a life without attachments, had long infested his heart. Seeing his resignation, the insects didn't harm him. Instead, they provided him shelter in a dilapidated shack. That night, a middle-aged Taoist brought him food and clothing. I heard you have nowhere to go, so I brought you some things for daily use. If you don't mind, take me as your master and stay here. I can teach you practices for ascension. The youth hadn't been cared for in so long. He eagerly donned the Taoist robe and performed the rites to acknowledge his master. From then on, he lived and trained with the insect guys. They spent their days dining and walking together, and at night they slept side by side. One day, a scholar barged into the young man's room. I've just escaped from the Yaguai's lair. They had trapped me in a cocoon sack and I'm unsure of their intentions. I'm fleeing this place. You're human. You should come with me. The young man shook his head. I'm content here. Why should I leave? The scholar grew angry. Because they're Yaguais and you're human. Even if they don't harm you, staying with them long enough will turn into a Yaguai as well. You're right, the young man said as he grabbed his staff and knocked the scholar to the ground. But even if I turn into a Yaguai, I'll do so gladly. The scholar deemed that the young man was past saving. Gritting his teeth against the pain, he crawled out the door and fled alone. I thought maybe he was gonna get caught back. Okay, and the other one was the snake herbalist. Pine, bamboo, plum grant him a blue hue. Yet hearts of jackals, tigers, and leopards he possesses true. Collecting herbs from mountains and streams, no desire to aid the world lost in selfish dreams. In the old days, there was a Taoist temple at the foot of Purple Cloud Mountain. An ascetic Taoist nun, worn from her long travels, sought shelter there one night. The temple nuns, moved by her devotion, offered her hot water and fresh clothes. As she bathed, the nun heard a sound from the rafters. Without showing any sign of alarm, she put on her robe and nonchalantly picked up her fly whisk. With a gentle flick, the whisk stretched and coiled with her motion, snaking up to the rafters and seizing a Yaguai. Alerted by the commotion, the temple nuns rushed into the room to investigate. On the ground crouched a snake guai with green scales, unfazed by its capture. It seemed the nuns had been its prior victims, now taking turns to scold it. The snake guai looked at them with contempt and puffed out his cheeks to spew green venom in every direction. Anyone struck by even a drop collapsed at once, writhing in pain. As the guai had no remorse, the nun took out a wispy golden needle, prepared to destroy it. Only then did the snake show fear. It pleaded at once. I'm just a lesser herbalist guai from the mountain. In my basket outside is the antidote for them. Please, will you spare my life, immortal lady? Hearing its sincere plea, the nun granted it mercy. The guai rummaged in his basket and handed her some small white pellets. These are the leaves of the pear tree. They are rare in the mortal world and can cure all venoms. It fed one to each Taoist nun, and they recovered at once. After that, the temple had always had 3 pearls on hand, and many afflicted by venom came here to seek aid. But the high cost of a 3 pearl meant many, unable to afford it, had to face the toxin fatal outcome. Okay, so yeah, medicine for the rich kind of thing. So I guess this guy was invisible of some sort? Ow, okay. I just wanna heal and then bonk you. Okay, that seems to be a dead end for now. Oh, we need to do creepy cave go or
Kill.
forest. Oh, hi. Okay, see ya. Well, of course you're one of these MFers. Why wouldn't you be? Ow. Okay, kinda missed with the heavy attack, but at least I didn't lose any more health. Oh, hello. You might be a chief. Or maybe just a lesser Yaguai? I'm saying that because I have this guy right here. At least I did not take health damage, sure. I thought maybe he would be a boss, but nope. Okay, did not get hit, nice. I'll read about him in just a second. He had quite a bit of reading happening. I'll advance a bit more. Okay, fine gold thread. Fine core. Well, I did have the wisp here, but I have taken damage anyway. Right? I did see one somewhere. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I'll take it, that's right. Deal with these guys in case I take damage. Okay, I thought for a second I was gonna get attacked by one of those snake herbalists. Okay, I'll take the wisp because I'm kinda advancing into a new area, hopefully. There. Okay. The darkness.
Ascension calls for sacrifice of flesh and bones.
Okay.
Be banished.
Oh, nice. 2 for 1. Did not expect to take both of them, to be honest. Expecting to just have one of them be taken out. Because I did do some damage before doing the heavy attack. Ow. Okay. So we're doing these attacks. Gotcha. Kinda makes sense. He didn't get to attack me too much. My first encounter with him. I didn't know what he could do. Okay, you're definitely a different Yaguai as well. Wasn't there a wisp around here? Did I already take it? Ah, there it is. Okay, sure I can heal from the heavy attack. Ah, and there was more wisp over there. It's a bit of a waste, but at least for the mana. I think I only need one more lesser Yaguai. I got these two. Right, I just wanna double check real quick. Yep, one more lesser. And then I'm done with them. Again, I'm gonna read maybe next episode.
Who goes there?
Oh, not you, mother. Not an enemy. God damn it. Don't think I can jump on the other side. There's nothing exactly of interest. Now this is a bit of a waste actually for the stabilize. But I have the shrine right here. And I can just heal up, and these guys shouldn't spawn. What can I do? Yeah, I got that new one, which is Gourd, okay. Extended duration invisibility, invincibility, not invisibility. Upon executing a dodge. Is it perfect dodge? Nah, okay, so I drink and then I do dodge right away. I don't know how long that lasts, to be honest.
Subduing our hearts. Dive for the moon.
Okay, we have a herbalist on that side. And I have you as well. Ah! Got me. I timed the dodge perfectly. Okay. Ow. That actually did not go well. Oh, is that? That's a meditation spot. About to say, is there anything of interest here? But there's a meditation spot. Nice. And this seems to be a more lovely view. Yes, it is. Damn. Okay, a point. Nice. How many did I actually had? 2 more actually. Meditation spot. Okay. Now leave the Yaguais for maybe at least one read before I end the episode.
Dive for the moon. The ascension calls for sacrifice.
Okay, you're doing a series of attacks. Where the... Ah, there's 2 of you. Okay. Of course, poison. God damn it. Okay, you're out. We only have one wisp here, right? To absorb. No, it was a double. Nice. Now, unfortunately, I'm still poisoned, which is not great. Wasn't there another wisp thing? I see it down here. Oh, there was not. Okay. Ah! The moment I'm not focusing on them, miss all the attacks. Hey, I had a feeling you're gonna be one of these guys alive. Wouldn't you be? I swear I saw another wisp around here somewhere to absorb. Maybe I didn't. Can I go this no lower path?
Intruder! Be at the ready!
And bonk. Okay, I have another herbalist over here. A bit overkill with the immobilize, but just to be sure. I've not used a lot of mana anyway, so. Okay, so far pretty straightforward.
Immortals guide. Rising long.
Oh,
Spreading wings.
okay.
Touching roost.
This definitely
Tiger's pounce.
looks like it's gonna be a bigger encounter.
Swing.
Hey, cowabunga this. Okay, definitely block of many over here. Let's even the odds a bit. Ow, 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 ow. Really? Ah, right. Did not notice that he was actually doing
Immortals guide. Rising long.
an attack
Spreading wings.
that was in a straight line. Oh well. I thought somebody else was hitting me actually. Should have enough mana to deal with him,
Subduing, huh?
and
Die.
I'd rather die. No more delays! Come close and finish me! There's no leaving this cave!
are you blocking? I think you are. Okay. I do wanna. My moving is that slow. Hell?
No more delays! Come
Aha, okay. You're doing blocks. Gotcha.
I'd rather die. There's no way out.
Right. That is so mean.
There's no leaving this cave. Please, end me now.
Gladly, if you would let me. Ow. Make one of them. You immobilize that.
Alone in this endless dark. Come, end my life.
Hey. Ow. I thought you were gonna make a crack in the ground. Guess it didn't. And you should be going down now. See ya.
I am free.
Nice. Okay, let's use the sword. Because I should be filled up. Right? Yep, nice. Would have been a first try, but I did not pay attention, unfortunately. And I did not see him doing the attack on the ground. Right. What curio did I get? And also his spirit. Where is it? So increase poison resistance. Right, it's a bit of an AoE attack, but again, I think this one is, I don't know, I like it more. What about the curio? Consider increased critical hit chance when health is low. Well, I kinda don't wanna have the health low, to be honest. Okay, let's read about the Beetle Commander. When faced with traps, one must pass the test. When fortune smiles, do know when to rest. If a man of great will must vent his zest, trade deeds for fame and rank with the best. A young man from the village of Shaded Heights served at the country yamen, running errands for the local government. The magistrate despised him and hindered his advances at every turn. One day, the magistrate learned of a Yagwai haunting the village of Langsi. He sent the young man to investigate alone and hoped he'd never return. Aware of the magistrate's ill intent, the young man accepted the task without hesitation. He chose not to beg for his life in this. As he entered the desolate, eerie village, he was overcome with regret. But as night fell, and without knowledge of the mountain paths, he had no choice but to stay. He found a less dilapidated house with intact eaves, barred all doors and windows, and lit a lamp to steel himself for a long night, planning to depart at first light. Fear gripped him at midnight, so he practiced his swordplay to calm his nerves. After a while, a deep voice arose from the darkness above the rafters. I'm a Yagwai of this ridge. I meant to kill you, but with your fine swordsmanship and the official blade, you must be a Yamen runner, yes? The young man was startled, but needed to voice his woes. He shared his ordeal with the Yagwai and drew sighs of empathy. The Yagwai said, I too was once an Imperial Guard. but the treacherous court official cursed me into a beetle to scrape by in these years. I longed for death, but I still wish to pass on my sword skills to someone worthy. Now, if you're willing to learn my skills, I offer to teach you. The young man dared not to refuse. As he agreed, a beetle, over 3 meters tall, descended from the shadows. Its neck bore a thick carapace like a general's helm. The beetle wielded twin blades with a steadfast and forceful style that suited the young man's disposition. Overjoyed, the young man practiced with the beetle by the fading lamplight till dawn. As they parted ways, the beetle said kindly, "The world these days is full of those lacking talent and virtue and ascending through flattery. Why tangle with them and sully yourself? Aim higher. A man should carve his own path." With a hearty laugh, the beetle left. This encounter changed the young man. He resigned from his position at the Yamen and enlisted in the border armies. His superb swordsmanship elevated him to the rank of general. Leading the troops against foreign foes, he won victory after victory and became a famed commander. Well, that was a bit of a sad story, to be honest. Okay, and yeah, we have less Yaguais. Let's advance a bit more. Maybe I'll find another shrine down the road. This is the only path, right? Remaining. And sure, I can go through here. Hold up. Maybe it's not looking around. Because this is here. Okay, something shining over there. It's actually a different path. Well, there is a chest here. There's that. And I think I got arrow from both of them. And bonk. There you go. Okay, so this is just for this chest here. Gotcha. So what's... Oh, that's the shrine over there, right? This is if I wanted to drop down. Okay. Perfect. I wanted actually to find the shrine. Ah. Well, I'll heal anyway, so it's not irrelevant if I'm getting hit or not. So is that thing that is shining is just because of the light? No? Okay. Actually maybe it's sparkling. Alright. Notice that I have a shrine here. I'll rest. These guys shouldn't spawn right here. And yeah, you know what? Let's end the episode with the last two reads for this one. As maybe in the next episode, it's gonna be a bit more action and a lot of reading. So, the Snake Sheriff. A head so large, a tail so thin, 7 foot long, a pattern form, electric eyes, fierce and strong. With tiger stripes, it boasts with pride, yet beneath its head, a strange guise hides. In the mountains, there was a tiger with a strong desire for the Tao. He traveled across high mountains and great rivers, seeking a Taoist temple to practice. However, his Taoist affinity was thin, and he couldn't find a master willing to accept him until he reached the Webbed Ridge, hoping to become a disciple under an accomplished immortal. At first, the immortal master disdained him for being a mere tiger, unlike his other disciples, and refused to meet him. The tiger knelt outside the mountain gate for several days without rising. The immortal master, sensing his sincerity, gave him a chance and accepted him as an outer disciple. Unexpectedly, the tiger had no steadfastness. After the initial fervor, he didn't put in the effort. The immortal master advised him, one's practice relies on oneself, not the master. But the tiger couldn't grasp this and was punished to guard the mountain at Forest of Ferocity. Feeling resentful, the tiger became even lazier, spending his days lying idly under a tree and cursing his master to pass the time. One day, while half asleep under the tree, complaining about his master, he suddenly heard a soft sigh and felt something slip into his mouth. Startled, he sat up, but there was no one around. He retched for a long time but couldn't spell anything, thinking it was just a dream. After some time, the tiger's neck became long and thin, and he could no longer speak. He diligently patrolled Forest of Ferocity every day. People whispered among themselves. He started his Taoist practice with enthusiasm, but ended poorly. The master must have punished him, which is why he looks like this now. From now on, you'd best be careful. Yeah, I was about to say, why is it called Snake Sheriff when it's clearly looking like a tiger? Well, I got my answer, and I wish it was a different answer, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. Then we have the... talking about swallowing things. The Worm Practitioner. Swallowing pills to hasten flight. In tainted streams he shares the blight. Better to seek the straight and true than in crooked paths pursue. The disciples who practiced swordsmanship in the temple had been training under their master for a long time. Since joining the group, they had all harbored the wish to attain ascension, diligently practicing their skills with great perseverance. One day, the master finally informed his disciple that after years of rigorous training, their skills had become proficient. He told them that they could now follow him into the mountains for secluded meditation. If they were fortunate, they might achieve ascension and become immortals. The disciples were overjoyed and eagerly packed their belongings to follow their master into the mountains. The master led them using a teleportation technique to a breathtakingly beautiful mountain. The mountain was rustling golden leaves, presenting a scene of crisp, refreshing autumn weather. At the mountain's peak, there was a hamlet where they set down their belongings. The master then led them along a path behind the hamlet to the summit. There, they saw strands of silk hanging in the air, with one end suspended in the mountain mist and the other reaching high into the clouds, destination unknown. The master said, "This is the celestial ladder to the immortal kingdom. Hundreds of years ago, your senior brother ascended to the immortality from this very spot." With that, he handed each of them a peculiar object of a violet color and said, "This is a pill to aid your ascension. Quickly, my disciples, consume it." The disciples, filled with excitement, immediately swallowed the larva-like object. A few hesitated, only to see a terrifying and disgusting scene. The disciples taking the pills had transformed into flat-headed, fleshy worms. Horrified, they questioned the master, shaking. The master shook his head and sighed. "When the opportunity arises, your courage fails, which make you unfit to becoming immortals." Before his sigh had ended, the disciples who had transformed into worms lunged at them. Of course, it was a trick. Yeah. Okay. They did not like the last that I read. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna leave it here for this episode. Looks like there's some stairs going up, and I've not seen any paths going left or right or anything. So yeah, leave it here for this episode and continue next time. See what we're gonna find, and hopefully enjoy this part, guys. As always, don't forget to take care.